Hello there, Libra. Welcome to my channel. This is your money and career reading for September 2023. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and I will be your reader for today. So in the month of September, first off, September 3rd, we've got Venus going direct in the sign of Leo. This is beautiful energy, restoring a lot of abundance and positive vibes into our world and bringing us into more of a positive direction to follow our goals, our dreams, and to get some things started or to take some action on some things that we've been contemplating for the last little while. Venus has been in retrograde for a little bit now, and it's been a little bit challenging for some people. So this is a great energy. Up until the 15th, Mercury is retrograde. Okay, so a lot of people fear Mercury retrogrades. Really, when it's retrograde by its own definition is about taking a step back, reviewing, revisiting. Sometimes we get second chances in a retrograde, so this can actually sometimes be positive for people. This is an opportunity for us to reflect, regroup, refocus, and renew. So we can really use retrograde energy to our advantage. And we don't always see it that way, right? We focus on the negative because we focus on the fear-mongering, and it doesn't have to be that case. We do, however, need to be extra cautious and diligent in our communication, especially via technology, because things can go missing. Technology, we can have some little snafus there. Things can maybe just not quite go our way. So if you have to do any kind of presentations, or if you're doing any video uploads or anything like that, just make sure you leave yourself a little bit of extra space and time in case you have to redo something, in case something, gives you a little bit of a headache. We can have emails that disappear, but we can first and foremost have confusing communication or misunderstandings, right? Whereas you might say something or someone might say something one way and someone takes it a completely different way or takes things out of context. So just be a little bit aware of that energy. Some people will not make any kind of big decisions or anything at Mercury retrograde. And, it's out of an abundance of caution. And while that is wonderful in a perfect world, the reality isn't always quite that way. So if you do need to make any changes or any choices, if you need to make some decisions or start something new during the retrograde, just make sure you take a step back, that you double, triple, quadruple check things, that if there's any legal documents, you have a lawyer, have a look at things, right? And just to make sure that you're not missing anything. Also, sleep on it. So taking that step back and sleeping on something can really help you. And if you wake up the next day feeling the same level of excitement and certainty from the day before, then that's typically a big green light for you to go ahead. But if you feel like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm so glad I slept on it, right? I dodged a bullet in that one, right? Then that is also your sign. So sometimes taking a step back can actually help us move forward in a better direction. We have a new moon in Virgo on the 14th, so it's a great time to start something new, to turn over a new leaf, maybe to put up some boundaries, and of course to manifest your intentions, your desires into reality. But of course, a happy birthday, Libra. We do have September 22nd. We enter Libra season. This is beautiful. It can be a time of harvest and abundance for people, and we've got a full moon in Aries on the 29th. So have a look back to the new moon in Aries that was in the spring. Have a look back. What kind of manifestations have come to light? What changes have you made? What kind of progress have you made? And this can give you a clear indication of if you're on the right track or if you need to shake things up a little bit. So stay tuned to the end of this reading, by the way. If you want to enter a contest to win a free personal reading, I'll give you all the details at the end of this video. We have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Now, this is wonderful. For some of you, you are having a very well-deserved vacation in the month of September. You might be waffling a little bit, like, is this the right time for me to spend this money? But when it's appearing in your reading, this really does feel, and we've got an 8 of Cups here as well, which can be about moving forward, right? Leaving some emotions and things behind. And, the thing is that if you've been working really hard, you haven't had a vacation for a while. Some of you haven't had a vacation in years. We have an 8 of Wands bringing in some travel as well, maybe to a sunny destination with the Sun card. You deserve it. All right, we all have to have a break every once in a while, and this will be money well spent. Now, if money is an issue, you might be able to find some extra resources in the month ahead, especially with Venus going direct in Leo. Venus does bring us love and romance, but Venus is also the planet, one of the planets that can bring us an abundance of resources that we are looking for. So this might be where you find those resources, or maybe you get a lucky break and you find something on sale. That's always a good thing too. But some of you are just making moves. This is that green light. This is where you're feeling, if you've been feeling restricted before, this is where you're like, you know what? I think this is the time for me. So you can be moving to a new house, new neighborhood, moving to a new job, moving to a new position. Maybe you're maneuvering your resources, your money, your investments around. Okay. But this is all going to be very rewarding for you. All right. But new horizons, right? We like new horizons. They bring a lot of promise, a lot of potential, and the time is now answering the call. The doors are opening for you. What door are you opening? Where are you headed? What is the path forward for you? Do you just need to make some improvements in your life? Is this time to go on that vacation? The time is now, my friends. Okay. Reward yourself, right? You're stepping forward. You're opening the door for yourself here into a new astrological year. And this is usually very significant. We do focus on our calendar, and we focus on December 31st as the new year. But in reality, your new year, as far as your energy goes, is right around your birthday, right? So Libran season is opening up here. It's upon us. This is your astrological new year. Set those intentions for your future. Set your short-term goals, your long-term goals. What changes can you make right now? What new things do you want to start right now that will lead you on that path to wherever it is that you want to be, whatever financial situation you want to be in, whatever career situation you want to be in? So now is the time. Right? So just like New Year's resolutions, set those new moon intentions, set your new astrological year intentions, and have a look at the future, right? So, but whatever your situation is, the time is now. So doors are opening for you. Opportunities are showing up in your world. But we do have an impasse energy here. Reflect and redirect your energy. Now you see that retrograde, reflect, refocus, renew. Some of you may actually have a second chance at something. When we take a step back, sometimes we need to take one step back in order to propel ourselves forward. So taking a step back and looking at a big picture, or revisiting something that we've previously ignored or neglected or turned down, can actually propel us forward into our future in a much better, more abundant, more prosperous, and more successful way. Okay, so some of you may need to do that right now. All right, because right now you may feel a little bit restricted. You might feel a little bit of blockage in your journey forward, right? So how do we release that? Maybe you need to take a new approach at an old situation. Maybe you do need to make some very important changes in your world. Some of you, you may feel as though you've hit some sort of glass ceiling, or you're not experiencing any growth in something that you've been working towards or waiting to blossom. And so this might be where you do need to resolve something or make some important decisions before you can move forward. So take that step back. Very important. Look at the big picture. The impasse energy can have some connotations of joint resources and joint finances for some of you, or a business partnership there. And so if you do share any money with people, you can, with a spouse, with a family member, or a business partner, right? Maybe you have a business partnership going on there. This is a little bit of a butting head energy. We're not seeing eye to eye. Neither party is willing to compromise in this energy. So again, you kind of need to take that step back. And, are you seeing things from someone else's point of view? Is it possible that they might be right? Or is it, really one of those things where they're not seeing things from your perspective? So we need to find some common ground sometimes there. Now, if you're in a situation with somebody where it's going nowhere fast and you don't see any way of resolving something, then it may be time for you here to walk away and follow a different path. That door is open for you now. And it's probably something, if you are feeling the need to walk away from something, whether it's an investment, a job, a company, or even a significant other, money problems can really present themselves in a very interesting way in relationships, right? Now is the time when you may feel that you've got that green light to part ways because there's something better, a little better on your horizon. All right. Very important decision though. So I would probably, if you can, avoid making that decision before the 15th, or at least chew it over, contemplate, make sure you've got all the information right. And then, but in the first half of September, and then after the middle of September is when you might make those moves. Okay. You can certainly get the ball rolling though. All right. The impasse energy can also come in, by the way, with misunderstandings that happen with Mercury retrograde. So just be aware of that. We've got the sun coming in here, clarified by the 8 of Cups. Now, for some of you, you are experiencing some massive growth. Your dreams, your wishes, your goals are coming to fruition here in the month of September. And most likely somewhere around the full moon, which is the 29th, or in about the week on either side of that. There might be something really positive coming in here for you, and it's something that you've been working towards, and here you are. The sun trumps the 8 of Cups, right? But the 8 of Cups has you walking into the horizon and finding your bliss, finding your happiness, and achieving your goals and or having your wishes come true. The sun does bring about a lot of success, abundance, and creativity in your world. It also brings a huge, healthy, happy dose of optimism, of positive energy to you. Okay. But this does bring in that energy of success, like all is right with the world when we get the sun. The sun really does bring and shine a beautiful, beautiful light on your entire reading, on your entire month. So a month where you can really turn a negative into a positive, where you can resolve issues, or your way is moving forward into the horizon, into something new. The sunset, right? Walking towards the sunset or the sunrise, right? Something new is arising here in this energy. But there could also just be that you're willing to let certain things go. Resolve issues, right? Or just turn your back on something and say, you know what? It's not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth arguing about. I'm just going to stay focused on myself, and I'm going to do the right thing for myself. So some of you could have some significant changes in the month ahead, or you just have a different outlook and a different perspective. And that can really sometimes really be the key to your success. But the sun here with the 8 of Cups, so we got the 8 of Wands here, the Page of Swords. Okay, you could be very much going on vacation. And again, if you're don't already have a vacation plan, this could be a really good month for you to have a quick getaway. Now, it may be something that you might not be able to afford to go like overseas or on some giant trip somewhere, but this is where you can maybe have a weekend getaway, or maybe connecting with nature and going camping might actually be in the cards for you, right? So just something where you can recharge your batteries, because when we have the 8 of Cups energy, we're not feeling connected, right? Nothing's really wrong per se, but we do need to do something. We do need to move forward, or we do need to take some sort of initiative to either help us re-engage with situations with energies around us, or again, to have that fresh outlook, that fresh approach, right? So we are sometimes detaching from something in the 8 of Cups, and we can just detach from the feeling of, I don't feel connected. I just feel a little bit down, and, I'm just not feeling happy, right? So you're walking into your bliss, you're walking into your happiness. We do have the 8 of Wands here with the Page of Swords. Now, it's beautiful energy, very often associated with some incredibly good news, by the way, and also your manifestations. The 8 of Wands is all about you speaking your intention, speaking your truth, and your words, your actions hit the mark in an incredibly positive way, all right, especially with the Page of Swords. The 8 of Wands is quite often associated with some really positive news and really positive communication. And with the Page of Swords, also does quite often bring in some good news, but can also be about being innovative or taking a new approach, especially in regards to your communication. So this can be where you get communication back on track. This can be where if you've had some misunderstandings, you've had some issues, you take a new, fresh approach at dealing with the issue or the obstacle. And this is you overcoming that obstacle. So it could be maybe you've been at an impasse with, there you go, an impasse with somebody in your workplace, right? Maybe you butt heads with your boss. This could be, not being able to have an honest, open conversation with a partnership, a person that you're partnered up with in your life, right? And this is like, something's got to give, something's got to change. So with the Page of Swords, maybe you are figuring out how to better approach an issue and to really open up those lines of communication. Communication really is the key. And when we figure out how to communicate, how to get our point across without being judgy, without being, without being too ornery, okay, then this is where we can feel that shift, right? We can feel things really click together. But I do feel here that being open, flexible, and adaptable is going to be your key to success in the month ahead, okay? And sometimes we do need to do things a little bit differently, or sometimes we do need to be willing to compromise, or just to be a little bit flexible. The eights are very closely associated with manifestation, okay, and eights are also about the infinite potential of the universe, of you, and also of course about that flexibility, right? Just like an elastic band, okay. So flexibility is the key. But the Page of Swords, you've got a light bulb here, you've got an idea, you've got something that you want, you've got some clarity that you are looking for, you've got a clear sense of direction, you're looking to your future, you're very focused, and you're very willing to try something different. The Page of Swords is all about being open, all about trying something new, right? And is filled with ideas and also loves to learn. So you might actually have some new information or some knowledge that you are acquiring that you can use in a very positive way. Get excited. Okay. The Page of Swords is also very associated with your future, right? So keep your eye on the prize, make those moves that really do affect your future in a very positive way. But the Eight of Wands is very exciting. Eight of Wands also shows that you probably have a very busy month ahead for yourself as well, but you are accomplishing whatever it is you need to accomplish. The Queen of Cups here with the Two of Wands. Some of you, you're making some travel plans, right? Because why? It's good for the heart, good for the soul, good for your creativity. It helps you be more open. It helps you be more free. So put those plans together and really make it happen for yourself here, okay? The Two of Wands is also where we have an idea. We've got a flash of inspiration, or we have an opportunity, and now we're putting those pieces together. How do I make this happen? But ultimately, the Two of Wands shows that your blocks and obstacles are removed. The path forward is open for you. So what does that mean to you? The Queen of Cups is embracing your beautiful, heartfelt, how should we say, love and intentions and positive emotions. This brings out your creativity. Your intuition is probably very heightened right now. So, sometimes we intuitively know how to approach something or what we need to do, what we need to change. And it's important to listen to that, to tap into that, right? Because our intuition is always leading us in the right direction. And sometimes we just ignore it though, because we want to, make logic out of something that defies logic, right? And so in this Queen of Cups energy, I feel that some of you are having some very deep insights here, and your intuition is really helping you out to figure out what you want to do, what investments are good for you, what decisions are good for you, or wherever those new beginnings are. Now, the Queen of Cups is very associated with spirit, right? With your psychic abilities, your gifts, your ability to harness all of the infinite potential that the universe has to offer, all of the infinite abundance. So set those clear intentions, okay, and manifest your dreams into reality. For some of you here, they are coming to fruition in the month ahead. For others of you, this is like, think about what you want, what makes you happy, what do you need to leave behind, where do you see yourself headed? Speak your truth, be very clear, be very open, honest, attach emotions to your intentions. That is one of the major keys. How does it feel when you get what you want, right? And then keep the door open with the Two of Wands. Keep the door open, keep your options open, and, get ready for a little bit of action. The Queen of Cups is also where you can possibly restore some balance in a partnership. Okay, because we do have the Justice card coming out here as well. And, so balance and harmony within your relationships, or healing a relationship, getting things back on track. So if you've been dealing with something with a partnership in your life, romantic or otherwise, okay, and that has to do with your money, or things that affect your money, how you make it, how you spend it, okay, I think you will be resolving those issues. For some of you, your resolution is walking away. For others of you, it's just figuring out how to communicate a little bit better. And for others of you, this is really about healing that situation, getting on the same page, making some very important decisions, and doing it together. All right. But the Queen of Cups, very open energy and very, very high vibe energy, full on receiving mode here, really highlighting your creativity and your opportunity to find a wonderful, peaceful resolution to things in your world. But we do have the Justice card here, and we also have the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups can be about you using your imagination, dreaming about something that may seem like just a little bit of a pipe dream right now. And the Justice card is your ability to be honest with yourself and to make very, very important decisions, to bring your ideas, to bring your creative talents, to bring your imagination to life. Okay, and to make something happen for yourself. You're figuring out what steps that you need to take and where you want to go. The Page of Cups here can bring in some wonderful things into your world, whether it's just a flash of inspiration for you, you're just feeling a little bit more positive than you have been about your money, about your career path. Perhaps some of you even have some creative talents here where you're going to take, instead of working for the man, instead of working for someone else, this might be you making a decision to go out on your own, to venture out on your own with this new idea or this new opportunity that's coming in. But the Page of Cups can be something very positive for you. It's also, in this particular deck, it's when pigs fly, right? And we see this flying pig here, and this guy's like, I wonder, this might be possible. And then it's like, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to see those pigs flying first. And then, my goodness, something happens. So this can be something coming to fruition for you, or you figuring out how to turn that, that imagination of yours, and that, well, yeah, maybe this will happen, but, I don't know, when pigs fly, right? It's not really going to happen. So it's turning a little bit of disbelief into belief. So I think something mystical and magical is happening for some of you here in the month ahead, or you are embracing your inner magic. The Page of Cups can bring in some good news, as well as the Page of Swords. This can be where we are really feeding into our inner child, having some fun and being really excited about the future, right? You got some wonderful, wonderful communication coming in, some wonderful new fresh energy coming in. The pages bring in the new, they bring in the fresh energy. They also typically do bring in the good news. But we do have the Justice card coming in here. So this is all about you, your energy, right? This is your card, Libra. So number one, justice is served. So there might be some sort of resolution to a legal situation, and this is nothing but good news for you, especially with the Page of Cups. It may actually even be a little bit of a surprise. This can represent, the Justice card in this deck is card number 11. So ones do represent something new or taking something to the next level. Some of you may have a deepening level of commitment to a partnership, and this affects your money. So you could be, we do have this movement energy, right? You could be moving in with a significant other, changing where you live. Or maybe your career goals are shaken up a little bit because maybe now you have two incomes, and two incomes are always better than one. It's hopefully not the only reason that you would enter a higher level of commitment with somebody, but hey, to each their own. But it's like all of a sudden your bills are split in half. So some of you do have a romantic relationship, or a partnership in there where you can divide up divide up your resources, divide up your expenses, and you can automatically just, whew, I feel more wealthy than I was before. But I do feel there is some sort of really positive resolution with a legal situation, and it may be with the pages coming out here. It may be with a past relationship, divorce settlement, custody battle, or child support is resolved in this energy here. If the gavel comes down and a final decision is made, so this can really help you out, and it may actually be a bit of surprise. The Page of Cups can bring a surprise to you, so perhaps something gets resolved a little bit quicker, or perhaps something that you thought was not going to work out or was never going to get finished all of a sudden does. All right. Very important decisions. They're likely made by some sort of judge or jury. But the Justice card can represent that heightening, deepening of commitment. It can represent legal situations of all kinds. New jobs, Page of Cups, Justice card, new job offer. This can be where you open your own business and you perhaps register that business, trademark your name, whatever that happens to be for you. You're dealing with the legalities of opening up your own business. Okay. And you might even get those like a job contract. Okay. Or if you're looking to buy something, move somewhere, right? This can be you buying a house, dealing with legal things, right? Documentation of all kinds. All right. And this is more towards the latter part of the month, more towards the end of the month, right? So, which is a good thing, because the first part of the month is where we do have that Mercury retrograde still in effect, right? So there may be a big shift, a big turning point for you right around mid-month time. All right. But whatever your situation is, the Justice card brings about good karma, honesty, truth, the ability to be very clear in what it is you want. This brings about honesty and communication, right? This also does bring about balance and harmony in a lot of areas, right? The scales of justice, the scales of balance. So restoring balance in a relationship, finding a balance between work life and home life. And especially if you haven't had a vacation for a long time, something's got to shift, something's got to change. And this Eight of Wands can shift us in a very positive way, especially with the sun right about there. All right. So I think there's some very positive things coming in for you. But ultimately, the Justice card being your card, right? This is your time to shine, to follow your bliss, to follow your goals, to follow your dreams, to do something good for yourself, and to even possibly harvest something that you've been working towards or working on for a while. All right. And you, just like Taurus, your ruling planet is Venus. And remember, Venus is direct as of September 3rd. We still have a little bit of a shadow period. Okay. So, but I do feel that there is this big green light for you right around mid-month. All right. So expect a little bit of magic to happen, but be ready for action. All right. We've got your fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, coming in here. Open your heart. Your heart is open in its fully receptive state. This is your ability to create, to heal, to resolve things. This is your ability to really understand things on a deep level. This is your ability to forgive, to follow your bliss, and ultimately be really happy. So work with Archangel Raphael here to open up your heart. Work with the color green. Green is associated with your heart, but green is also quite often associated with prosperity as well. And you can't quite see it, but when I do your readings, I'm burning a green candle. Sometimes I burn purple to work with Jupiter, depending on whose reading that I'm doing. So with Venus ruling your sign, this is a really positive thing that Venus is gone direct now. Things feel a little bit lighter. Relationships get back on track. Things get resolved, okay? Or, the changes that you've been wanting to make, all of a sudden it's like, okay, now I feel like this is the time, all right? But work with Archangel Raphael here. And we've got the Door to Value. I love this one. Like we said earlier, doors are opening for you. Your path forward is open, your blocks are being removed, and the door to value here shows that you are in the flow of abundance and prosperity. There's new beginnings, there's fresh starts, there's opportunities opening up for you, there's decisions being made in your favor, and so you are opening up this beautiful, magical, and abundant time in your life, making you feel more solid and secure. Remember, you need to embrace the energy and take a step through that door. The door to value is also Justice card, you, confidence, okay? You understanding how valuable you are. And if someone is undermining you or not valuing you in some way, 8 of Cups, you're willing to walk away, right? You're willing to walk away to something a little bit better. You're willing to take those steps through that door. You know your worth, you know your value, you know what you bring to the table, and you know ultimately what it is you want that's going to make you happy, or you know how to make those changes or make all the right steps to be successful, to find that job, to make good moves in your career, and to ultimately make the right decisions with your money. So we do have a lot of success. We've got growth. We've got positive energy. We've got some really good communication coming in here, and we do have resolutions to things as well. But I think it's really your time to embrace your abundance. Okay, so really some very positive energy coming in here for you. Remember, set those intentions for your new year ahead. Okay, it's a very important time for you guys, and we do have a new moon coming up in your sign. It won't be till October, right? Because in September we've got the new moon in Virgo, so approximately 28 days later, I don't have the calendar with me, but about the middle of October is when you're going to have that new moon in your sign. So this is a great time for you to really think about what you want to manifest in your life, right? And then get crystal clear on that. Look towards the horizon, look towards the future, and see where you want to go. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope this was something here for you guys. And if you are interested in entering to win a free personal reading, enter the August contest. You have until August 31st to enter. Okay. And all you need to do is like any of the videos I post throughout August. Subscribe to my channel, because this is the way to give back to subscribers. You do need to be subscribed. And in the comment section down below, leave the comment, I am abundant. That way I know that you are entering the contest, and I will announce the winner Labor Day long weekend, so September 3rd, 4th. And enter on as many of the August videos, or the videos I post in August, I should probably word it as, enter on as many of them as you want. Okay, it'll increase your chances. All right, so I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful September, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.